Miguel Juan de Plasencia was a Spanish friar of the Franciscan order. He was among the first group of Franciscan missionaries who arrived in the Philippines on July 2, 1578. He spent most of his missionary life in the Philippines, where he founded numerous towns in Luzon and authored several religious and linguistic books. Most notably the Doctrina Christiana, which is the first book ever printed in the Philippines. Juan de Plasencia was born in the early 16th century as Juan Portocarrero in Plasencia, in the region of Extremadura, Spain. He was one of the 7 children of Pedro Portocarrero, captain of a Spanish schooner. Juan de Plasencia wrote a number of books designed primarily to promote the understanding of both the Spanish language among the natives and the local languages among the missionaries, to facilitate the task of spreading Christianity.
Doctrina Christiana, Spanish for Christian doctrine or the teachings of Christianity, is believed to be the first book printed in the Philippines, written in 1593 by Juan de Plasencia. One of the first books produced in the European tradition in the Philippines, and the only known extant copy in the world, can be found in the Lessing Jane Rosenwald collection in the Rare Book and Special Collection Division of the Library of Congress, consisting of 74 pages of the text in Spanish, Tagalog transliterated into Roman letters, and Tagalog in original Baybayin script. The Doctrina Christiana was printed in the Philippines in 1593 as a part of the effort to introduce Christianity. It contains basic biblical texts including the Lord's Prayer, Hail Mary, and the Salve Regina, as well as the 10 Commandments and the sacraments of the Holy Church. The use of ancient Baybayin script in some part of the book likewise remind all of us of the existence of pre-colonial Philippine culture. It bears witness to the narrative of the Philippine community that existed even prior to the arrival of the Spanish colonizers. The first chapter tackled the earliest recorded legal system of the country, detailing the social relationship of the Tagalogs and their form of government. The second section revolved the pre-colonial religion and beliefs of the people, primarily their form of worship.
Bago pa dumating ang mga Spaniards dito sa Pilipinas ay mayroon ng mga nabuong barangay. Bawat barangay ay pinamumunuan ng isang datu. Siya ang gumagawa ng mga batas at namumuno sa mga digmaan. Katuwang naman ng datu sa pamumuno ay ang mga Council of Elders, o kung tawagin ay damaginoos. Dumako naman tayo sa social classes. Ang isang barangay ay binubuo ng 4 na social classes. Ang pinakamataas ay ang datu, at sinundan ng nobles or maharlika, sumunod ang commoners or aliping na mamahay, at ang pinakamababa ay ang slaves or aliping sa gigilir. Datu. Ang datu ay ginagalang na hari at sinusunod, lalo na sa panahon ng digmaan. Ang sinumang sumuway sa datu ay pinaparusahan ng malupit. Maliit lamang ang sakop ng datu. May namamahala sa bandang 100 na bahay-bahay. Ang iba ay sakop ang 30 pamilya lamang. Ang sakop na ito ay tinatawag na barangay. Nobles or maharlika. Ang mga nobles or maharlika ay malaya at hindi nagbabayad ng buwis sa datu. Subalit, kailangan silang umalalay sa datu. Sila ang kasama ng datu kapag may digmaan. Kapag walang digmaan, kailangan pa rin nilang pagsilbihan ang datu. Commoners or aliping na mamahay. Ang mga commoners or aliping na mamahay ay tinatawag ring karaniwang mamamayan. May mga asawa at pamilya sila at nakatira sila sa mga sariling tahanan. Kanila rin ang mga ginto, lupa at anumang yaman na makamit nila na maaari nilang ipamana sa kanilang mga anak. Nagsisilbi rin sila sa kanilang mga Panginoon, datu man o hindi. Ngunit hindi sila maaaring ipagbili ng kanilang Panginoon. Slaves or aliping sa gigilir. Ang mga slaves or aliping sa gigilir ay ang mga tunay na alipin. Sila'y nagsisilbing tagasaka at tagabukid o alila sa bahay ng kanilang Panginoon. Nakatira sila sa mga kubo-kubo o kubakob sa gilid-gilid ng bukid o bakuran. Karaniwan silang mga nabihag sa digmaan at inalipin, pati na ang kanilang mga anak. Sila ang mga aliping maaring ipagbili ng kanilang mga Panginoon. Ang uri ng pamahalaan na mayroon sa isang barangay ay monarchical. Ibig sabihin, isa lamang ang maaaring mamuno at ito ay ang datu.
The houses before were made of light materials like wood, bamboo, and nipa palm. The ladder was placed to prevent strangers from intruding when the owner of the house was not around. Most of the houses before are elevated from the ground to protect themselves against their enemies or from being attacked by wild animals. Male attire was composed of putong, kangan, and bahag. Putong is a headgear that symbolizes the number of persons the wearer had killed. Kangan is a jacket with short sleeves that indicates rank. They wear red kangan for chief and black or blue for the commoners. Bahag is used to cover the lower part of the body or the male genitalia. Female attire was consisted of baro or kamisa. It is a jacket with sleeves, and saya or patadyong. It is a long skirt. Some women wore a piece of red or white cloth on top of their skirt called tapis. Ornaments are decorative objects or detail that adds quality or distinction to a person, place, or thing. Men and women wore ornaments to look attractive. Inheritance. The first son of the barangay chieftain inherits his father's position. If the first son dies, the second son succeeds their father. In the absence of male heirs, it is the eldest daughter that becomes the chieftain.
Ang tao ay nagiging alipin by captivity of war, by reason of death, by inheritance o yung magulang niya dati na alipin and naging alipin din siya, by purchase o binayaran para maging alipin, at by committing a crime. Pero mapapawan ng bisa ang pagiging alipin niya through forgiveness, paying debt o kung mabayaran niya ang utang niya, condonation, parang pagpapatawad din, bravery or marriage. Whereas slave can possibly a datu. Sa lalaki naman, pag nakuha niya ang tiwala ng mga magulang ng babae, hindi niya ito basta-basta mapapakasalan, but he has to satisfy several conditions. Ano ang mga ito? Give a dowry or bigay kaya. Pay the panghihimuyat o yung pagbibigay ng bayad sa mga magulang ng bride. Pay the wet nurse o yung bigay suso. Pay the parents himaraw. Bribe for the relatives called sambon. Pwede rin silang maghiwalay kung may adultery na nangyari, insanity o yung pagkabaliw, cruelty o yung may nasasaktan na sa kanila o may inaabuso, and last, abandonment on the part of the husband.
The distinctions among the priests of the devil. The first called Catalonan, as above stated, was either a man or a woman. This office was an honorable one among the natives, and was held ordinarily by people of rank, this rule being general in all the islands. The second called Mangangaway, a witch who deceives by pretending to heal the sick. Ang mga mangaway ay tulad din siya ng mangkukulam, ay natatagpuan sa lahat ng pulo at nagpapalala ng sakit gamit ang mga gamot at gayuma. The third they called Manyisalat, applies remedies to a lovers that will make them abandon their own wives. Ang mga manyisalat ay gumagamit ng mga gamot at gayuma tulad ng mga ngaway. Subalit ang sakit na pinakakalat nila ay muhi upang magkahiwalay ang magkasintahan. Pati ang mga mag-asawa ay nauudyukan nilang huwag nang magsiping. The fourth day called Mangkukolam. It means fire from himself at night. Isang gabi, minsan sa isang buwan o mas madalas pa, nagsasabong ng apoy ang mangkukulam mula sa kanyang katawan. Hindi napapatay ang apoy na ito, na nagliliyab lamang kapag lumoloob ang mangkukulam sa pusali, sa ilalim ng batalan ng bahay. Ang nakatira sa bahay ay nagkakasakit at namamatay. Maraming mangkukulam sa buong kapuluan.
Ang lima ay ang mga hokloban. Ang mga hokloban ay isang uri ng witch na kung saan isang simpleng pagtaas lang ng kanilang kamay ay kaya na nilang patayin yung mga taong gusto nilang patayin. Pang-anim naman ang mga silagan. Kapag sila ay nakakakita ng mga nakaputi, kinukuha nila ang atay at kinakain ito na nagiging sanhi ng pagkamatay ng tao. Pang-pito ay magtatanggal. Sila ay nagpapakita kapag gabi sa mga maraming tao na walang ulo at bumabalik sila sa kanilang katawan kapag umaga na. Pangwalo ay ang uswang. Sabi nila ang mga uswang ay lumilipad at pumapatay ng mga tao at kinakain rin nila ang mga laman loob nito.
Manggagayuma. Just as what Father Placencia described the creature, they make love potions for the sole purpose of infusing love to a certain person being targeted. Today, the gayuma is known as a Filipino love spell to help the love lives of those with lonely or broken hearts. Gumagamit sila ng agimat na gawa sa salita, bato at kahoy para sa mga mangingibig upang makapasok ang puso nito ng pag-ibig. Ginagawa nila ito upang lukuhin ang mga tao sa pamamagitan ng gawang diablo. Sonat, which is equivalent to preacher o predikador, na maaaring katumbas din ng tagapagpangaral. Tinutulungan niya ang mga tao upang mamatay, upang mabigyan niya ng hula ang kaligtasan o kahatulan ng kaluluwa. It was not lawful for the functions of this office to be fulfilled by others than people of high standing. Kalimitang ginagawa ito ng nakatataas sa lipunan at makikita ito sa buong kapuluan. Pangatahuan was a soothsayer at sila ay nakapanguhula ng hinaharap. Bayugin signified a Katkuyan, a man whose nature inclined toward that of a woman. Ibig sabihin nito, lalaking kilalang may-ari ng babae. Due to Placencia's Catholic mindset and the Spanish mission to cleanse the lands of heathens, early Filipinos were trained, forced, or convinced to associate some of these beings. The Spanish were successful in eliminating the belief in deities and empowering the spiritual leaders.